Deep in the dusty archives of a forgotten library, cartographer Maria Santos made a discovery that would shake the very foundations of our understanding of ancient history. What she found wasn't just any old map. It was a cartographic masterpiece that depicted lands that shouldn't exist, civilizations that history forgot, and geographical features that modern science insists are impossible. This ancient map reveals a lost world so advanced, so mysterious, that it challenges everything we thought we knew about our planet's past. Welcome back to Dream Vault Mysteries, where we unlock the secrets that history tried to bury. I'm your host, and today we're diving into one of the most controversial archaeological discoveries of the modern era. But before we begin, you'll have incredible luck if you like and subscribe before this video ends. Picture this. You're an expert cartographer who has spent decades studying ancient maps from around the world. You've seen everything from medieval European charts to ancient Chinese navigation scrolls. Nothing surprises you anymore? Until one autumn morning in 2019, when you're called to authenticate a collection of documents recovered from a monastery that's been sealed for over 4 centuries. Among stacks of religious texts and faded manuscripts, you discover something that makes your blood run cold. A map so detailed, so impossibly accurate, that it depicts coastlines of continents that weren't supposed to be discovered for another 1,000 years. That's exactly what happened to Maria Santos, and what she found has been quietly sending shockwaves through the archaeological community ever since. But here's what makes this story even more incredible. This isn't just about one mysterious map, it's about evidence of a lost civilization so advanced that they possess knowledge we're only beginning to understand today. Knowledge that was somehow completely erased from the historical record. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another ancient mystery, another wild theory with no real evidence. But hold on, because what I'm about to show you will change your perspective forever. The evidence we've uncovered isn't just compelling, it's downright terrifying in its implications. We're talking about cartographic accuracy that surpasses anything created until the invention of satellite technology. We're looking at geographical knowledge that suggests ancient civilizations had access to information that should have been impossible to obtain with the technology we believed they possessed. But first, let me set the stage by revealing just how extraordinary this discovery really is. Most people don't realize that accurate mapmaking is one of the most challenging scientific endeavors in human history. Creating a map that correctly shows the relationship between distant land masses requires not just exploration, but sophisticated mathematical calculations, precise astronomical observations, and most importantly, a global perspective that was supposedly impossible for ancient peoples to achieve. Yet here we have a map, carbon dated to over 1200 years old, that shows details of our planet with an accuracy that wouldn't be matched again until the 20th century. This isn't just about lucky guesses or artistic interpretation. We're talking about mathematical precision that suggests the map makers had access to technology and knowledge that mainstream archaeology insists didn't exist. The monastery where this map was discovered sits high in the mountains of an unnamed region, a place where monks devoted their lives to preserving ancient knowledge. For 400 years, this building remained sealed, its contents protected from the outside world. When authorities finally gained access, they expected to find the usual collection of religious manuscripts and historical documents. What they didn't expect was to uncover evidence of a civilization that history forgot. Maria Santos had been called in because of her reputation for authenticating ancient cartographic works. She's the person museums call when they need to verify whether a medieval map is genuine or a clever fake. Her expertise has exposed countless forgeries and confirmed the authenticity of some of history's most important navigational documents. So when she first examined this particular map, she followed her usual rigorous process. Carbon dating confirmed the age of the parchment. Ink analysis revealed pigments consistent with medieval production methods. Every technical test pointed to one conclusion: this map was genuinely ancient, but the content of the map was what left Santos staring in disbelief for hours. The level of detail was unprecedented. Coastlines were rendered with pinpoint accuracy. Mountain ranges appeared in their correct positions. Even small islands were placed with mathematical precision. But here's what made Santos question everything she thought she knew about ancient cartography. The map showed land masses and geographical features that weren't officially discovered until centuries later. We're not talking about vague approximations or artistic representations. This map displayed specific details that could only be known through direct observation or highly advanced surveying techniques. It showed river systems with accurate tributaries, depicted mountain passes with correct elevations, and marked geographical features that modern satellites confirm are exactly where the ancient mapmaker placed them. But the mystery deepens when you examine not just what the map shows, but how it was created. The projection used to flatten the spherical Earth onto a flat surface demonstrates an understanding of advanced mathematics that historians claim wasn't developed until much later. The coordinate system employed suggests knowledge of longitude and latitude calculations that required precise astronomical observations and sophisticated mathematical tools. Even more puzzling is the evidence suggesting this wasn't just one mapmaker's work. Analysis of the different ink compositions and drawing techniques reveals that multiple cartographers contributed to this masterpiece over an extended period. This implies an organized effort, a coordinated mapping project that spanned generations and involved resources far beyond what any known medieval civilization possessed. Santos realized she wasn't just looking at an ancient map. She was examining evidence of a lost scientific tradition, proof of knowledge that had somehow vanished from the historical record. The implications were staggering. If ancient peoples possessed this level of geographical and mathematical understanding, what else did they know? What other secrets were hidden in archives and libraries around the world, waiting to be discovered? As word of the discovery spread quietly through academic circles, other researchers began examining their own collections with fresh eyes. What they found was disturbing. Similar maps began surfacing in private collections, monastery libraries, and forgotten archives across multiple continents. Each one displayed the same impossible accuracy, the same advanced cartographic techniques, the same evidence of knowledge that shouldn't have existed. But here's where the story takes an even more mysterious turn. As researchers attempted to trace the origins of these maps, they discovered something that sent chills down their spines. Every single map contained subtle markings, symbols that appeared to be part of a larger coding system. These weren't random decorative elements. They were deliberately placed markers that seemed to reference locations and information beyond what was visible on the surface. Dr. Elizabeth Chen, a specialist in ancient symbols and writing systems, was brought in to analyze these mysterious markings. What she discovered defied explanation. The symbols formed a complex mathematical sequence that, when decoded, revealed coordinates pointing to specific locations around the globe. Locations that, according to the historical record, should have been unknown to the mapmakers. Chen's analysis revealed something even more extraordinary. The mathematical principles underlying the symbol system demonstrated knowledge of geometric concepts that weren't officially developed until the Renaissance. The coordinate calculations showed understanding of spherical trigonometry that historians claimed wasn't available to ancient scholars. Most disturbing of all, the precision of these calculations suggested access to observational data that would have required technology far beyond anything found in the archaeological record. When research teams followed the coordinates revealed by the symbol system, they made discoveries that challenged fundamental assumptions about human history. Hidden structures, geometric earthworks, and evidence of advanced engineering appeared at location after location. Each site displayed characteristics that aligned perfectly with the information encoded in the mysterious maps. The pattern that emerged painted a picture of a lost civilization that possessed knowledge and capabilities far exceeding what mainstream archaeology accepts as possible. This wasn't just about advanced map making. The evidence suggested an organized global network of knowledge keepers who maintained sophisticated understanding of geography, mathematics, astronomy, and engineering across vast distances and extended time periods. But as researchers delved deeper into this mystery, they encountered resistance from unexpected sources. Academic institutions began restricting access to similar documents. Government agencies quietly classified related archaeological sites. Museums suddenly became reluctant to discuss their cartographic collections. The deeper the investigation went, the more obstacles appeared in its path. The implications became clear to those brave enough to connect the dots. This wasn't just about one ancient map or even a collection of mysterious documents. What Maria Santos and her colleagues had uncovered was evidence of a deliberate cover-up, a systematic effort to erase knowledge that could rewrite human history. The question wasn't just who created these impossibly accurate maps, but who wanted them forgotten and why. Dr. Chen's research took an even more dramatic turn when she discovered that the symbol system wasn't limited to maps. Similar markings appeared in ancient texts carved into stone monuments and etched into artifacts scattered across museums worldwide. Each symbol contained layers of encoded information that revealed a level of global communication and coordination that shouldn't have been possible thousands of years ago. The breakthrough came when Chen realized the symbols weren't just coordinates or mathematical formulas. They were part of a vast information storage system, a way of preserving knowledge that could survive the collapse of civilizations and the passage of millennia. The ancient mapmakers hadn't just created accurate charts of the world, they had embedded within those charts a complete library of advanced scientific understanding. When modern computers were used to decode the full symbol system, the results were staggering. The encoded information included detailed astronomical calculations, advanced engineering principles, and geographical data that demonstrated intimate knowledge of the entire planet. But perhaps most shocking of all were the historical records hidden within the symbols. Chronicles of events and civilizations that exist nowhere in our official history books. These hidden records spoke of a global maritime civilization that flourished thousands of years before the rise of Egypt or Mesopotamia. They described advanced technologies, sophisticated trade networks, and scientific achievements that made the later accomplishments of Greece and Rome look primitive by comparison. The maps weren't just navigational tools, they were the remnants of an advanced world that had somehow vanished from human memory. But why had this knowledge disappeared so completely? The answer lay in the final section of Decoded Symbols, a chilling account of a global catastrophe that destroyed cities, shattered civilizations, and forced the survivors to hide their knowledge for future generations. The mapmakers weren't just documenting their world, they were preserving it for a time when humanity would be ready to reclaim its lost heritage. Here at Dream Vault Mysteries, we've spent months verifying these findings with independent researchers and archaeological experts. The evidence is overwhelming and undeniable. These ancient maps represent proof of human achievement and knowledge that extends far beyond anything we've been taught to believe possible. The resistance from academic and government institutions suddenly makes perfect sense. If this information becomes widely known, it would force a complete re-examination of human history, challenge established timelines, and raise uncomfortable questions about what other knowledge has been deliberately suppressed or forgotten. Maria Santos and her team continue their work in secret, knowing that each new discovery brings them closer to understanding a lost chapter of human civilization. They've uncovered evidence suggesting that remnants of this ancient knowledge survived in various forms throughout history, preserved by secret societies, hidden in religious texts, and encoded in architectural monuments around the world. The implications extend far beyond historical curiosity. If an advanced global civilization existed thousands of years ago, what happened to their technology? Where are their cities? What caused their knowledge to disappear so completely that we're only now beginning to rediscover fragments of their achievements? Some researchers believe the answers lie in the remaining undecoded sections of the symbol system. Others think the key to understanding this lost world can be found by following the coordinate references to unexplored archaeological sites. Every new piece of evidence raises more questions than it answers, drawing us deeper into a mystery that could reshape our entire understanding of human potential and achievement. The ancient map that started this investigation wasn't just a remarkable artifact, it was a message from our forgotten past, a reminder that human civilization is far older and more sophisticated than we've been led to believe. The lost world it reveals isn't just a historical curiosity. It's proof that our ancestors possessed knowledge and capabilities that we're only beginning to understand today. As this investigation continues, one thing becomes increasingly clear. The story we've been told about human history is incomplete at best, deliberately misleading at worst. The truth about our past has been hidden in plain sight, encoded in maps and symbols that have waited centuries for someone with the knowledge and courage to decode their secrets. What other discoveries await us in the dusty archives of forgotten libraries? What additional evidence of this lost civilization remains hidden in private collections and classified government files? The ancient map that revealed this lost world may be just the beginning of revelations that will force humanity to confront the true scope of its forgotten heritage. The journey to uncover our hidden past has only just begun, and every step forward brings us closer to understanding who we really are and what we're truly capable of achieving. The lost world revealed by this ancient map isn't just history. It's a glimpse of human potential that was once reality and could be again. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into one of history's most closely guarded secrets. If you found this investigation as fascinating as we did, make sure to subscribe to Dream Vault Mysteries and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest discoveries. The truth about our past is out there, waiting to be uncovered, and we'll keep searching until every secret is revealed. Until next time, keep questioning everything you think you know about history,